What's up, family? If you're new to the channel, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe and come rock with me. If you already rock with me, I appreciate you for rocking with me. So we got another video, man. It looked like the WNBA was forced to change the playoff format in the finals due to Caitlin Clark effect. If you thought the WNBA was done cashing in on Caitlin Clark, in the Caitlin Clark effect, I'm here to tell you they ain't done yet, because Kathy Engelbert just dropped major information letting it be known that the playoffs and the finals is about to change, bringing it up to date now. We know that the WNBA has been playing in a dinosaur league. The simulation of the playoffs and even games are called into question when you look at the way other sports series lay out their playoffs and their championship games, right? So while Kathy Engelbert is catching up with the times, because she made a huge announcement yesterday, or recently, so to say, or we can say October 10th, 2 days ago, it is being reported that a matchup announcement made by the WNBA commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, has Indiana Fever fans convinced that the Caitlin Clark effect is in full emotion in the WNBA. About an hour before the game of one of the WNBA finals between the Minnesota Lynx and New York Liberty tipped off, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert took to the podium and announced massive changes to the 2025 WNBA League. One announcement is that the WNBA Finals will become a 7-game series. Starting in the 2025 season, this is a huge change, as the WNBA Finals has been the best of 5 contests since 2005, folks. 2005. You think about that, the best since 2005, 05 though. And they've been playing the best of 5 contests. It's been going to be they've been playing that contest since 2005, like I said. But it's going to be in 2025, man. The change is going to take an effect. And we got to look at the same format now. Y'all can't sit up here and say that Caitlin Clark ain't Michael Jordan. But let's roll the clip, man. Let's roll the footage of the commissioner speaking to the crowd, letting it be known that the formation is about to change, folks. Let's go.
Finally, before we get to your questions, we have some news to announce. Starting next year with the 2025 WNBA season, the WNBA Finals presented by YouTube TV will be a best-of-7 format, replacing the current best-of-5 format. The Finals will take on a 2-2-1-1-1 structure, in which the team with the higher seed will host games 1, 2, 5, and 7, and its opponents will host games 3, 4, and 6. This will give our fans a championship series format that they are accustomed to seeing in other sports.
Now, that was Kathy telling people of the media that the whole layout is about to change. And I'm telling you right now, many fans is calling this the Caitlin Clark effect. Now, there has been many WNBA superstars that came before Caitlin, and I'm telling you right now, nobody has brought this much change to the league. Now they changing the layout of the playoffs and the finals. They got charter flights. Hell, what else they about to get into? I mean, I feel like we owe Caitlin Clark some type of commission, man. And we can't forget about the media rights. The media rights deal? Oh yeah, they got about $2 billion. They ain't never had $1 billion media right, $1 million media deal right before Caitlin Clark. So Caitlin Clark got to be there, Michael Jordan. But moving on to another story, that is the WNBA viewership. Now, a lot of people would say that the viewership is through the roof, and they'll have their reactions of, oh my God, this is amazing. But I'm here to tell you, Caitlin Clark was there, and y'all was in the millions. And y'all ain't hitting no millions no more, folks. But with no further ado, I want you guys to check this video out.
And you open up your Yahoo, you're going to see WNBA playoff viewership down now that Caitlin is out. And is that somewhat factually accurate? Yes. It's not accurate. Viewership numbers with Caitlin Clark are astronomical. She is a big draw. Yeah. She brings in all the things. We know this. We've said this. And yes, the games where she's not playing have lower viewership. But in the WNBA playoffs, and we'll use the semifinals as the example, the WNBA playoff semifinal games where Caitlin obviously is not in it because her team lost are still breaking records from previous WNBA years, are still cracking 1 million viewers. I believe the record was at like 930,000 overall viewership, but it got up to like it peaked at like 1 point something. So these numbers are still really high, and they're still really meaningful, and they still show and tell a story of the viewership that is being gained in the WNBA. And yet some people continue to flip that. Those people, I've seen Stephen A. Smith talk about it. I've seen Shannon Sharp talk about it. And that's what I just don't understand is they work for ESPN. So why are you hating on a product? What are we calling a product? A platform? What's it called?
Product. Yeah.
A product
This
that,
is a product
that ESPN
that they invest in.
Yeah, that's where these viewership
your
numbers are coming.
product.
Yeah, it's a business you're in. It's not that they can't. And by the way, it's not that they can't be critical of certain things. They can have their opinions. But that's where I don't understand the framing of that. That's where it loses me.
900 and something thousand people got on their devices and watched the game.
Yeah, and
that's
we haven't even gotten into like the NFL Sunday of it all. Like we haven't even gotten into that part. But that's I want to say the semifinal game is up like 130%.
Yeah.
And that's without Caitlin.
All the games are up.
Now, the reason why it really, really gets my blood boiling is because it's the exact same thing we see in every other sport. When, I'm going to go on a limb here, but when Messi plays, something tells me the viewership's higher.
Ticket sales are up.
But we're going to use basketball. This last year, the Celtics and the Mavs were in the finals. That viewership was amazing. It was like 5 point whatever million. Amazing. Lower than the previous years. Lower than when LeBron's in it. Lower than when Steph Curry's in it. Why? And yet, we don't hear anyone shitting on the Celtics and the Mavs. That is not how this works. It's because there's some players that are just so transcendent that the viewership's going to be insane no matter what.
Great.
And it has nothing to do with the other players, the other teams. And that's the part that I'm really understanding. I do think with Stephen A. and with Shannon, there's an aspect of them like defending their stances on her. Like, we were right about Caitlin and this is our defense. And I still think there's something twisted there because.
Well, family, now that was Sue Bird speaking about the WNBA viewership pretty much since the playoffs have started. Now I'm going to go into a little bit of a facts to what she was saying. I can agree with her at some point that the WNBA viewership is higher than it normally is. But if you're going off the WNBA viewership for the average for this 2024 season, the numbers are significantly low. So according to sports media, which I want to show you guys right here, according to sports media, hold up, family, hold up. These are the numbers for the WNBA playoffs for the 2024 season. The first two rounds of the WNBA playoffs averaged 970,000 viewers across ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC. More than double the same point last year was around 400K. So last year they was delivering, averaging 400,000 views. And I'm here to tell you they was not averaging that during the season. That's the big part they're leaving out all of this data. What was the viewership during the season compared to the playoffs? How was the playoffs viewership going to go down compared to the regular season, when the regular season viewership supposed to be significantly lower than the playoffs? Now, this is going to say, excluding 3 games that feature who Caitlin Clark led the Fever to 1.8 million views this postseason, averaging 771,000 viewerships, still considerably above last year. Now, Caitlin Clark is just on a whole nother level. When with Caitlin Clark first round of the playoffs, they averaged 1.1 million views without Caitlin Clark. Semifinals averaging 800,000, which is still up 99% from last year. Now, something I would say is that great that the numbers is higher than last year, but the numbers is still significantly lower without Caitlin Clark. Now, moving on to the last and final story, the WNBA finals did take place 2 days ago in New York, and I'm here to tell you it was a showdown. Minnesota Lynx went up to New York and stood on business. Less than a day and a half of knocking off the Connecticut Sun, they took their talents up to New York and went up there, and now they didn't put the beast on New York that bad, man, but they won, and I'm telling you right now, the dub is a dub, stunned the world. Many people did not think Minnesota was going to go up to New York and handle business, and I'm here to tell you they stole the game, won. In New York, that was a major win for them. And guys, so right now, Minnesota look like the team to beat in the WNBA. Guys, get down in the comments. Let me know you guys' thoughts, perspective, and insights. Get this video a big thumbs up. Let the love supersede the hate. And until next time, family, peace.